It's the most powerful Glock made, and the cartridge was developed for the FBI. And after much testing, they dropped it because there was too much recoil, and they said it was too powerful. I'm speaking about the Glock 10mm. Just kind of got the idea a couple of weeks ago that I'd like to get a Glock 10mm. Try it out. Started looking into it, reading up on it, and you know, looking into the different bullet weights, different velocities and things like that. And I was pretty surprised by some of the things I found. Magazine's empty. No rounds in the chamber. This has the Glock tactical light on it there. First time I got one of these. This is a really nice light. Fits really good. Seems to work really well. The battery cover for this is on top, and it locks in, so you're never going to lose your batteries no matter how many times. This light would have to break and fall off here, and I think your battery still would be sealed in there. It's got a rubber seal O-ring around the batteries, so they are also waterproof. Okay, first, for anybody that might be wondering, for those of you who don't know about 10mm, I'd like to give you a couple statistics. First of all, the 10mm in the right loadings, which is what I'm going to use, that it was originally designed for, is more powerful than a 357 Magnum. It's right in between the 357 Magnum and the 41 Magnum, right in between there. I've seen where guys hunt boar with this, as well as killed black bear with this without no problems. There's a variety of different rounds you can get for hunting as well as self-defense. I think there's more varieties of rounds you can get with a 10mm than almost any semi-auto cartridge out there. So let me give you a couple stats I wrote down for anybody that would like to know. Okay, I'm going to compare a 357 Magnum round with a 10mm round and tell you what the velocity is, feet per second at the muzzle, and what the foot-pounds of energy is hitting the target. Okay, now these grains aren't exactly the same because the bullets vary. Okay, 10mm, start off with 135 grain jacketed hollow point. Coming out of the muzzle of a Glock 20 at 1,600 feet per second with 768 foot-pounds per energy. I mean, that's Magnum round all day, without a doubt. You hit somebody with that, they're going to be on their back, and it's going to be done and over with. Okay, now the closest 357 round I could find to that grain, which was a 125, Federal Defense 125 hollow point. Now there, for the 357 Magnum, feet per second is 1450, with foot-pounds of energy at 584 hitting the target. So the 10mm is 1,600 feet a second with 768 energy versus 1450 at the muzzle with 584 in energy. That right there is a big difference. Here's the second one I'm going to tell you, and this is the last one. 10mm, 165 grain jacketed hollow point, coming out of the muzzle at 1,425 feet a second with 744 foot-pounds energy hitting the target. The closest I could find to that grain in a 357 Magnum was 158 grain. That's coming out at 1,240 feet per second with 539. So that's 1,425 feet per second for the 10mm and 1,240 for the 357 Magnum, with 744 on the 10mm as the energy hitting the target versus 539 of the 357 Magnum energy hitting the target. So you can see right there, and I can give you the stats. Anybody that doesn't believe that or wants links, just send me a private message and I'll send you that, and I've got tons more. I just wanted to just give two examples of how this is more powerful than the 357 Magnum. Now you can get light loads, but I'm not going to deal with that. I'm going to get the heavy stuff. I will show you here. These are pretty good. These aren't the highest, hottest loaded. These are Winchester 10mm auto, 175 grain silver tip. So if you're like me and you worry about werewolves and things, this is the cartridge to get. It's an actual silver tip. This also exceeds the power of any of the standard 357 mag ammo, but like I said, this is not the hottest out there for this gun. What you see in the background here is all extra magazines for this 10mm, and some UMC target ammo. UMC target ammo would be like shooting the hottest 40 round you could find, pretty much comparable. It's the lightest. It's basically the lightest 10mm load made. It's just used for target. I got a good deal on it. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't even have that. The PMC is pretty hot, and these Hordneys are really good too. These Hordneys are, let's see here, 180 grain, jacketed hollow point XTP. Okay, so let me get one of these out and show you. These definitely aren't the hottest either, but they're hot. There's the Hordney. What I'm thinking is I might move this up to my carry gun once I get the right holster and things that I need, and do some practicing with it. I may just start carrying this. I've just been kind of tossing it back and forth. In winter, I'd probably go with over the waistband, and I might also try a in the waistband just to see how that works out. But you never know. It just may work out for me as a carry piece. I'm definitely going to try it out. Now, I won't be carrying with the light for sure. You can get holsters that will accept the light also, but for me it's just too much weight and too much bulk. I just don't want to deal with it. So when I carry, it'll be without the light. Another thing this gun has is a titanium guide rod with a Wolf 20-pound recoil spring. Glock standard spring would be 17-pound. Just want to go a little bit heavier spring. It'll work on the lighter loads, but this heavier spring will help out a little bit with your real heavy loads. You know, I want to make it as easy on the gun as possible when I shoot the hot loads through there, the heavy stuff. So that'll help out with that. But has a Ghost 3.5-pound connector that was installed by Glock Armor. You have to do some fitting to this part to get it to work. And the trigger on this is, I'll show you, there's no rounds in the chamber. Trigger on this guy is smooth. There's very little take up, and then you can just feel like right when it's going to go, you can feel it. It just snaps, you know. But I'm pretty excited to try this out. I haven't shot this yet, so I want to see how this works out with that Ghost rocket connector and some of this different ammo that I have here. Here's the light. Now, I got this pretty brightly lit in this room just so I could film. I got a 300-watt bulb over me, and you can see that this light works out pretty well. Now, it has a momentary switch where you can just push down like this, and then when you, let me see if I can show you here, when you let up, it goes off, or just press down a little further, and it clicks on and stays on until it goes off. Now, when you're holding the gun, like if you were going to fire it, it puts your finger right at the switch where your trigger finger would be, outside the trigger guard where it should be. Put your finger right at that switch, and it's ambidextrous. There's one on this side also. So no matter if you shoot right or left, it's going to work for you. Ultimate zombie killer? You tell me. Humans for targets. And I'm out.